Zoning Board of Appeals, please listen to the rules and procedures that will follow for tonight's meeting.
Good evening, and welcome to tonight's meeting of the Town of Babylon Zoning Board of Appeals. The following is the procedure that will be followed tonight. The matters will be called in the order they appear on the calendar, with adjourned matters being called at the end of the regularly scheduled matters. Matters cannot be heard prior to their published scheduled time. When your matter is called, please submit the affidavit of posting to the secretary and proceed to the podium and give your name and address. The chairperson will then swear you in and read into the record information we have from your application, comments from various town departments, and any correspondence received on your application. The chairperson will then ask you to make whatever presentation you wish to make to the board. After you have made your presentation, the board will ask whatever questions the board deems appropriate, and then we will ask for comments from the public. If you wish to speak for or against an application, we ask that you wait until you're acknowledged. Come forward, give us your name and address, tell us where your property is in relation to the property that's in question tonight, and then please direct your comments to the board, not the applicant or the applicant's representative. We have to keep a record, and we cannot do that if there are people talking over each other or cross conversations. If someone has spoken for or against an application, and they have said exactly the same thing that you wish to say, it will have the same force and effect in the record if you give your name and address, are sworn in, and say that you join in those comments. If you have anything additional to say, please don't hesitate to do so, but keep in mind that you will be given only one opportunity to speak. After the public has spoken, the board may ask the applicant to come back to answer any questions that may have come up as a result of the public comments, or for the applicant to summarize. When the applicant comes back to answer any additional questions, if that happens, that does not start a second round of public comments. Once the matter has been heard, various things may occur. The board may decide the application immediately. It may reserve decision. If the board reserves decision, that does not mean the matter is approved or denied. It just means that the board needs more time to decide, may want to go out and look at the site again, or might want to review the documents and testimony further before making a decision. In either event, the applicant will receive the board's decision in writing shortly after the board makes its decision. If the application is approved, that does not mean that you can then go ahead and start construction or whatever it is that you requested from the board. You will have to wait for the building permit to be obtained from the building department before your go-ahead. On some occasions, the matter may be continued for another night. If it is continued, in most cases it will be for the submission of documents, a new survey, new plans, or something of that nature. If that's the case, no one needs to come back on the new date. The documents will be submitted and no further testimony will be taken. On rare occasions, a matter may be continued for future testimony. If that's the case, then people would have to come back to testify. If matters are adjourned at an open meeting on the scheduled date of hearing, no further notice need be given unless specifically required by the board on the date the adjournment is granted. 3 rules that may affect your ability to proceed tonight. 1. If the sign was not posted for 10 days, we cannot hold the hearing tonight. 2. If you commence this proceeding while you own the property, but no longer own the property, and you are here now to continue with the application, you will need either the written consent of the new owner or the new owner to be present for the hearing. This situation could come about if you sold your house or building, money was held in escrow at closing for a certificate of occupancy or permit, and you're here tonight to clear that up. Lastly, if your application is a commercial application and it's other than a renewal, and there is more than one tenant in the building, then you need your landlord to be here. Is there any applicant that has any difficulty with those situations and would need an adjournment tonight?
Is there anyone that would need an adjournment? Please rise and join the board in the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, before we begin tonight, there is one adjournment on the adjourned calendar. It's application 23-219. The property is located on Bergen Drive in Deer Park. Is anybody here on that application? That application is being adjourned to February the 29th. First application is application 24002 of Gregory Migliaccio, property located in Copac. Name and address for the record, please.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen of the board. My name is Angel Aponte, A-P-O-N-T-E. I reside at 1330 Washington Avenue in Bay Shore, New York. Here as an agent for Mr. Migliaccio.
And do you affirm to tell the truth?
The whole truth and nothing but the truth.
Thank you. For the record, we have a Planning Division memo dated February 1st, 2024, environmental control memo dated February 6th, 2024. You should have got a copy of this.
Yes.
There's a number of things on there that you should be aware of as far as being in wetlands and so on. We have a survey by Michael Scalise dated October 17th, 2020, tax map acting as an area map, and,
Chairman, there's 7 photographs.
okay, what would you like to tell us about the application?
So what we have here, and actually before I get started, I would like to respectfully ask the board to excuse the homeowner. He had to leave out of state on emergency for work. And I think there was an email, so I'm not sure if that got to everybody. Otherwise, he would have been here. He really wanted to be present for this. But regarding the application, we have an in-ground pool that we're trying to propose here. It is currently being proposed in a location compliant to the side yard setback and the rear yard setback. The awkward, I would say, condition with this is that the way the house is placed leaves a very small rear yard by definition. The lot is a very large lot, irregular shaped. However, because of the way the house is placed, it leaves an awkward rear yard. The pool is a very normal size pool, with the exception of in this picture, it'd be is that the west side? I'm sorry, by the water. The side by the water, by the Seahorse Canal, that's an angled side of the pool. But where your cursor is roughly in that area is where it's going to be proposed. Further down. Yes, somewhere there. And we do have a patio that was originally existing on the back of the house that we're trying to maintain with, instead of wood as a covering, it would be stone or some kind of pavers. So other than that, the pool, the walkway around the pool, and then the existing patio in the back.
Okay, thank you. Turn the hearing over to Mr. Dellavecchia.
So there's wood in the backyard now?
Along the house,
Yeah,
there's a patio that runs the length of the back of the house.
kind of like the wood that's in the front of the house?
Like the what?
Like the front walkway?
Not sure if I understand your question. Like the front walkway, you're saying?
Yeah, the front walkway is wood, correct?
Yes.
So it's the same?
Similar. It's a few inches raised, but yeah, similar.
Okay.
And it runs parallel to the back of the house instead of perpendicular.
And then there's a wood patio in the rear of the house that's going to be replaced?
We're trying to maintain it, so it currently is covered with stone or some kind of pavers. It was falling apart, so instead of removing it, he resurfaced it.
And then you're going to be doing stone patio around the pool?
Yes.
You guys plan on installing any additional structures or patios that would increase the lot coverage?
No, sir. And I also reviewed that with him before getting this letter from the planning board.
Okay. The house is beautiful. I have no objections.
Thank you.
No further questions.
Any other questions from the board? Would anyone like to be heard on this application? For the record, there are none.
I just thought about that, and when he said something about...
Oh, you didn't get it? Okay, I
Do you
thought you
mind?
had it. understand.
I wasn't sure if you have any other things to
Oh, I
say.
think we
You were in the middle of something, and
No, no, okay, we're good.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion to approve application 24-002. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Good luck.
thank you very much. Have a good night.
Next application is application 24001 of Josiah Owe, property located in West Babylon. Name and address for the record, please.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen of the board. My name is Josiah Owe of 309 Amsterdam Avenue, West Babylon, New York, 11704.
And do you affirm to tell the truth?
Yes.
Okay, for the record, we have a Planning Division memo dated February 1st, 2024, environmental control memo dated February 7th, 2024. If approved, this application will not result in significant impact. A survey by Southern Counties Mapping dated August 2nd, 2023, tax map acting as an area map, and,
Chairman, there's 10 photographs.
okay, what would you like to tell us about the application?
Sure. So pretty much what I am doing is seeking pretty much a permit to build an addition to my house. Currently, it's about 1,660 square feet. I'm looking to add in a two-car garage as well as seek a variance to be able to extend the setbacks on the house. Right now, it's a corner property with where the front of the house or the front door of the house is located on Cheltenham Avenue, whereas the mailing address is 309 Amsterdam. So the correct front address or the correct front property or yard is on Amsterdam Avenue. So what I am doing is seeking a variance for the setbacks for the rear yard to be reduced from 30 to 11 feet, as well as the front yard to be reduced from, I believe it is from 30 feet to 15 feet for the already existing front porch that was pretty much there when I had bought the house as well.
So just one quick thing before I turn it over. So the rear yard, it says from 30 to 11, but for the record, plans show it to 12 feet. Your plans show 12 feet.
Was that the site plan?
That is the plan, site plan? Yes.
Okay, so that should be 11 feet. Oh, the survey? Okay, so it should be 11 feet. Yes.
Should be 11?
Yes.
Okay. That's fine then. That's nice. Okay, turn hearing over to Mr. Shepherd.
How are you?
I'm doing well.
So we're gonna have a total of 6 bedrooms?
So actually, if this garage is approved, one of the bedrooms on the first floor would be removed because that's where the access way from the garage into the house would be located.
So you're gonna have 5 bedrooms?
Yes.
How many baths?
Just, it'll be 3 baths.
3 baths. How many kitchens?
No kitchen. Oh, well, one kitchen. No kitchen. One kitchen.
How many kitchens, I'm sorry?
One kitchen.
1 kitchen. So you're not putting an apartment or anything like that in there?
No.
Okay. And would you agree that the porch not be further enclosed, the front porch?
Yes.
Okay. You took care of the 7 feet. And the garage is not gonna be finished, right?
No.
You just get a 2-car?
Yes.
Okay. And you agree that the front porch won't be enclosed?
Yes, I agree.
Mr. Chairman, I have no further questions.
Any other questions from the board? Would anyone like to be heard on this application? For the record, there are none. Guys,
Mr.
good?
Chairman, I'll make a motion to approve application 24-001 with the condition that the front porch not be further enclosed.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Good luck.
Thank you. Have a great evening.
Here we go. Get your balloon.
Next application is application 23-230 of Taco Bell. Actually, it's a bunch of them. Okay, I need your name and address for the record.
My name is David Michael, and my address for Site Enhancement Services is 6001 Nips Parkway, South Bend, Indiana.
Okay, and I'm going to ask you this just once. We're not going to swear you in 4 times. So, do you affirm to tell the truth?
I do.
Okay. So, on the first application, it's, like I said, 23-230. A property is located in Lindenhurst, dated February 1st, 2024. Environmental control memo dated February 7th, 2024. If approved, this application will not result in significant impact. We have a tax map acting as an area map. We have a site plan by Donna Elliott dated October 19th, 2023. We have another site plan showing the drive-up dated also by Donna Elliott and dated, again, October 19th, 2023. And the last one is showing the foundation for the signs and how they're going to be constructed, and also by Donna Elliott with the same date. And then we have 5 photographs on that application. Go ahead, what would you like to tell us about this one?
So it's the same scenario really across all 4 requests. 4 Taco Bells. They have drive-up signs right now that are manually operated. You go and you open the cage, you change out the menu items for breakfast, lunch, dinner. Taco Bell is respectfully requesting an update to their signs. They're looking to have digital menu boards now, so not only will the sign be smaller, but there's less divisions between each of the windows, so more of the surface area, the front of the sign, is actually being used for a smooth transfer of information, and that way the drive-through can maintain its rhythm there. So across all 4 sites, I went past today. Signs look all right, but I've noticed across my travels, Taco Bell's, everyone's updating to these digital menu boards, and they look very nice. And been there at night, been there during the day. I wouldn't say they're blowing me away with the illumination. It's good brightness, larger type. And so, Taco Bell's just looking to update their signage there.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you this for all of the applications except the last one. They are all past their renewal dates. What's the reason for that?
Just trying to get all the information from different people. I have not been involved with that process. I'm not exactly sure why. I'm just here to
So
speak
do
on
they have
this
something in
request.
place at this point in time so this is not going to happen again?
Absolutely. I know that that was not their goal. They're just trying to get signs smoothly approved and installed as fast as they can so they can move on to the next project. So yeah, this is definitely at the top of their to-do list.
Okay, I'll turn the hearing over to Mr. Rigney.
Pretty much answered my question, Mr. Chairman. I just wanted to know about the lapse in renewing this. Other than that, nothing really changed to the property other than just renewing the signs, right?
Yep.
Any other questions from the board? Would anyone like to be heard on this application? For the record, there are none. Go ahead. We did those for 3 years because they lapsed anyway.
Chairman, I make a motion to approve application 23-230 for a period of 3 years. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Next application is application 23-227, also of Taco Bell, a property located in North Babylon, dated February 1st, 2024. And we have environmental control memo dated February 7th, 2024. Approve this application will not result in significant impact. Paperwork, I believe, is all the same. There's a site plan by Donna Elliott. There's another conduit plan, also by Donna Elliott. The foundation for the sign. And the tax map acting as an area map, and all of these are dated 12/1/21. Okay, and 4 photographs. Okay. What would you like to tell us about this one? Is it any different than the last one?
No, it's the same scenario. That's I believe that's why these were all kind of grouped together to try and get done at the same time. Just trying to update their signage in this area.
Okay, so there's going to be two signs, like a menu board and a pre-menu board kind of thing now?
Yeah, so one of those previews. It's I believe it's. I saw the plans this past week, and I believe it is relative about half the size of the full menu board. It's just kind of showing like the hot items right now, getting you prepared for making your order. So
Yeah, you're not asking for any square footage for variance for that. It's just strictly the second menu.
correct. Yep.
Okay. Turn the hearing over to Mr. Shepherd.
So it's the same as the other one, right?
Yep.
And the lapse, same,
Yeah, I haven't been
No idea.
involved in that, but this has been a big push here to get these approved. So I've got to assume that they're trying to get that
all right,
fixed.
so listen, we're gonna make this easy for you. We're gonna make them all the same, so they're all gonna expire at the same time.
Okay,
All right, so you don't, so this doesn't happen again.
awesome. Thank you so much.
I have no further questions, Mr.
Any other questions from the board? Would anyone like to be heard on this application? For the record, there are none.
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion to approve application 23-227 for a period of 3 years.
All in favor?
Aye.
Next application is application 23229, also of Taco Bell, dated February 1st, 2024. Property located in North Amityville. Environmental control memo dated February 7th, 2024. If approved, this application will not result in significant impact. We have, again, the same set of plans and site plans and foundation plans, all again by Donna Elliott, and these ones are dated October 19th, 2023, I think. And we have 5 photographs. Okay. So, everything the same.
Yeah.
Turn the hearing over to Mr. Perotti.
You pretty much answered all my questions from the previous two.
Okay.
Awesome.
Would anyone like to be heard on this application? For the record, there are none.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion to approve application 23-229 for a period of 3 years.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Next application is application 23228 of Taco Bell, dated February 1st, 2024. Property located in Deer Park. We have a Department of Environmental Control memo dated February 7th, 2024. If this were approved, no one will result in significant impact. The same set of plans that we've had for the other 3 applications, all by Donna Elliott, and these are dated December 19th, 2021. Tax map acting as an area map, and 5 photographs on this one. And everything's the same.
Yep.
This one is this one new, or is this the one? It's been there, yeah, okay. Was there prior approvals on this one?
Again, I'm not sure about that.
Okay.
Are the signs different than any of the other locations?
Everything's the same.
Yep.
So they're just replacing the existing signs?
Yeah, just an
as
update.
the other 3?
Yep.
Okay, any other questions from the board? Would anyone like to be heard on this application? You need to take a seat, let them
Yes,
talk.
thank you.
Name and address for the record?
It's Laura Fildius, and the address is 40 Conklin Street, Deer Park.
Okay. And do you affirm to tell the truth?
Yes, I do.
Okay. What would you like to tell us about the application?
Okay, so here is my concern with it. Because as you can see where the location is, now right behind that is where I live. If you jump over the fence, you'll be in my yard. So my concern is there going to be any extra lighting is there going to be any extra noise level? Because as it is, I hear everything. They're open until 4 in the morning, and it's an inconvenience, but it is what it is. But I just want to make sure with these new signs, there's no extra noise, lighting, you know, any inconvenience. Considering you jump over the fence, you're in my yard.
Gotcha. Okay, we'll have him come back up and answer those questions for you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay? Would anyone else like to be heard on this application? Come on up.
Hi, I'm Denise Sasinski, 48 Conklin Street. I live next door to Laura.
And do you affirm to tell the
Excuse me.
truth?
Yes, I do.
Would you
Whole
like to
truth and nothing but. I was involved in this when they moved the whole building over with hordes of signatures from the beginning. It is a disturbance over the years. I'm in a little house. It has a new roof now. Anyway, over the years, we have heard everything. The same woman's still working there. We can hear everyone's orders. I've called about the decibel levels and whatnot. I've raised a teacher, I've raised a hospital worker, and I've raised a Suffolk County police officer. And I am a civil servant. I truly feel with the hours that we work and how hard we all work for our towns and our people, that although the decibel levels, I'm sure it was many years ago, have been checked, they're too loud. We can't hear we can't hear the TV. I could tell you what people are ordering, despite what's going on in the neighborhood and probably everyone's neighborhoods and what collects in the parking lots. And you know, as a mom, and now I have a son that's a Suffolk County cop, and I'm the one being chased by hammers over the years, and you know, trying to say I have kids, I have, you know, so much. And now I have a son who says, Mom, don't go out there. He's a cop. So aside for the neighborhood, who I've lived on the block since '92, aside for the neighborhood, the noise, I have to bring up the things that are in the, the zoning thing. I don't know what expired. It's always been loud. I've said this from the beginning, they won the fight. I don't believe decibels are still checked. I don't know I know that the town calls for one board. I would like it to stay as one board. If you're even considering putting a second board, given the situation that we deal with on a daily basis, is that a board that it's going to be more noise? That they can speak through. I'm against a second board just because of all that we go through every day. I'm forgetting something because work was too busy today. There's a lot going on over there. And I really, really feel that out of respect for the neighbors and ourselves, and we've tried to keep the block. We used to have hordes of people in here over Taco Bell, but you don't know who you live next to anymore, and they just don't know the fight that we've had since our kids have been this little. I don't even think, and one of my concerns were the cars in the drive-through. Is anybody checking the air? That's, you know, they sit for a long time. Listen, I know the woman, she's a lovely woman. I know what everybody's ordering, and she's high-pitched, and I shouldn't have to hear that. I shouldn't have to hear that. It's got to be too loud. It's got to be too loud. So I'm against a second menu board. I'm glad it's not getting bigger. Laura's got more of a lighting problem, but it's invasive. And when we moved in there, it just wasn't like this. And I think it's a shame. I think it was a shame from day one that they moved it close to residential. Laundromat's another story. I have to figure out who I have to talk to about that. So I thank you for your time, and I ask if you're all residents of Babylon who raised kids or are raising children, we're trying really hard to be good people and raise good kids, and we think that we should live in peace from noise and activity from businesses. Oh, one other thing. I never found out that the hours of operation were, and I know it's not on the application, but I'm going to throw it in there, something maybe you could look into. that the hours of operation, I know Deer Park Avenue's Deer Park, just keep going like this. It's open till 4 until it hits Friday, Saturday. Then it's 5.
It's 8 a.m. until 4 a.m.
No, and Friday and Saturday, they
You
extended
gotta
the
talk
hours.
to us.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry.
Can't have a side
We work, we never see
conversation.
each other. It's on Friday and Saturday, the hours are now until until 5, and there's a sign on when you pay, it even says, and sometimes after 4. It's enough.
We'll find out about the
Thanks.
hours, okay? Thank you.
I have a picture of you.
Okay. Would anyone else like to be heard on this application? For the record, there are none. Please come back up. So let's start with the hours of operation first. You don't have that information.
I'm just here for the signage.
Yeah, that's a problem. You need to be prepared to be here.
I'm prepared to request for the signage. It's,
Okay, so you need to have that as a takeaway. We need you to get back to us with a letter with that, first off.
so adhering to the hours of operation?
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah, I can relate that to the people that need to hear it. Absolutely.
Okay. You got to get that back to the zoning board office in writing.
Okay. Yeah,
All right.
I'll let my people
Or
know.
whoever has to get that, but you're here, you have to take that message back and get us the information,
Okay.
all right? So, go ahead, you want to go? Go. Yeah, it's yours.
The second menu board, is it going to be audible?
No.
Just so the first menu.
It's one
so
line,
It's going to be the
it's-
same audible,
They read it.
that's it, just a reading board, no sound or anything.
Absolutely, yeah. It's just going
Okay.
to show like the new
And maybe you
menu
could take back,
items.
and maybe we could get, see if they could do something about the volume or the decimal levels
Yeah,
on the
aga-
audible
again,
sign.
I'm sorry. I'm just here to speak on the
I do
sign,
understand that, but
which-
you could take that back with the hours of operation also and see if we can get a response on that.
Sure.
I got one other question. How about a buffer? What's between their property and your property?
It looks like there's,
Yeah, I can see this, I have the same picture as you do, but you don't know what's there? Well, let whoever it is you need to know that this is, we're all looking to just be good neighbors here.
yeah, absolutely.
So that's all we're asking for.
Yeah,
So
and
maybe you could
so
find out what's between the property, and maybe we can do a fence or something.
Or maybe some kind of shrubbery or some
it does
kind
look
of...
like there's natural shrubbery there. Am I?
It does, there's something, but I don't know who's on what property, I don't have the, we need to do something.
Okay,
We need to be good neighbors, is all we're trying to say.
We could address those
Absolutely.
3 issues,
sure.
bring it back to your
Yeah.
your clients.
I have a question. The
Yeah.
two signs, are they right close to each other, or how far are they apart? Or-
So I'm sure you've been through drive-throughs before. I mean, there's there's like a preview sign, and then the speaker, this singular box, and then the menu board's kind of behind it.
Right next to it, then?
Yeah, so it's 1, 2, 3 right in a row as you're driving around.
Okay. No further questions, Mr. Chairman.
Any other questions from the board? Okay, no, I think I asked already. Nobody else would like to be heard on this, right? No, you don't get a second chance. One chance.
Do you mind if I?
You
say
can
one-
talk to them when you did, yeah, that'd be great. Let him talk with you, okay? But in the meantime, okay, so we're going to close the hearing. We're going to reserve decision. We're going to keep the record open for correspondence from the applicant to answer our questions. And we'll look into some things in town too and see what the original application was and what the hours of operation are and stuff like that. So, we'll try and get to the bottom of some of your issues, okay?
So the application on for tonight is strictly for the sign. If there are complaints with the site, you can submit that to Citizen Services, and they would send inspectors out to look at it. I can give you their phone number if you like.
Okay. That concludes the live portion or the streaming portion of our meeting. We will continue